Before I create the toolpaths, I'd like to go ahead and establish what my program 0 will be, or in other words, the reference point from what my X, Y, and Z data will be based on in my program output. To do this, I will double-click on my part setup from the operation tree. Here in the Origin tab, CAMWorks gives me several options for specifying the origin point. I can choose an XYZ coordinate, select a vertex or arc on the part graphically, or a vertex of the stock. I can also select a feature coordinate system if there's one created in SolidWorks, or I can select top center, mid center, or the bottom center of the component I'm working on. I like to use the vertex option when using standard stock. However, this option will only be available if the sketch you're using is rectangular and the plane of the sketch is parallel to the SolidWorks XY, XZ, or YZ planes. Be sure to preview where the triad appears as you pick these points, as it may not necessarily match the orientation of the part on your screen. Here on the Axis tab, you can adjust the orientation of the triad to determine if the X and Y input will be a positive or negative value. You can type in an angle to rotate it relative to the SolidWorks X-axis. You could also use the Automatic to Stock option, which makes X go in the direction of the longest side of the stock. You can use the reverse direction to flip it. You could also select edges graphically to determine which edge X will be parallel to. On this tab, you can specify a work coordinate offset, which basically locates the origin point we just defined about the machine. The option that you use will depend on the type of post-processor that you're using. These next few tabs are beyond the scope of this course, but I'd like to show you one more thing before I move on. If I click on the Statistics tab, CAMWorks will show me information such as the approximate machining time for this part and several other statistics that may be helpful to you.